My name is Bam, Peter Bam Bam. A lot of people ask me what I do. I pop, I lock, I break. You know, I like to be called a freestyler because I don't like staying limited to a style. If I feel the music, then I'm gonna express it. I do know my foundations though. I can break, I can pop, and I can lock. You know, so I like all these styles. I really pop. I started doing the robot. I learned to lock, and then I learned to be a b-boy because I'm from New York, born and raised in New York. So you know, when people watch me, they always ask me, what do I do? I'm a b-boy. If they see me b-boy first, they ask me, oh, you're a dope b-boy. I said, no, I do all three styles. You know what? I always call this rocking. I'm a down rocker or breaking. A breaker is really someone from the projects, mainly black. Hispanics learned it after the blacks, you know, were doing this, and we watched them. It goes back to Africa, like they all say. You know, once you hit the floor, it got known in America, and they called it breaking. But really, this dancing like this is just an expression from the beginning of time. So when they call it breaking, it's just a modern day term for an old way of dance. You know what I mean? So breaking to me is just an old expression of an old dance. It's just done now, modern day. Sammy Davis Jr., Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, all the MGM old movies. And then I saw street dancing, you know, the Lockers, rerun on What's Happening, Saturday Night Fever, West Side Story, Grease. Then my local neighborhood friends that I met, like Louis New Wave, who's incredible, one of the illest poppers. May he rest in peace. Dynamic Rockers, I was an original Dynamic Rocker. I joined New York City Breakers later on. I've always liked Rocksteady Crew, Ken Swift, K1. These guys I admired and I respect their style. And this is how I learned, from watching a little bit of everyone. You know, I always try to stay open-minded, you know, and I think that every dancer should. Don't be afraid to experiment. You gotta make it your own. A lot of people say, what's foundation? And they think 6-step, 2-step, but yeah, you know what? Those are just basic moves. Foundation is your basics, your feeling, your self-expression. You know, that's your foundation. Foundation is a feeling. It's a feeling. You have to feel it first with the move that you're doing. If you're doing it, a basic move and you don't feel it, that's not your foundation. You dance to the music, that means you feel it. So, inspiration is those that inspire me through feeling the music. So if it was a 6-step or it wasn't a 6-step, it was those first moves that made me complete. So I think new dancers need to understand that the foundation is a feeling, and you have to adapt to this, and it takes time. A breakdancing move like a windmill husband does not make you a b-boy. It takes time. You have to understand it. You need to grow into it. So it can be for anyone. Right now, any culture can learn this and be a b-boy. But you know, that's just something I had to express. Adding on to your question, my inspiration.